What's up, guys? We're here at CES 2024 with MSI, and the big thing that they are showing here is their Claw gaming handheld. Everybody sort of has one of these new gaming handhelds, and the handheld market is sort of blowing up. Now, this unit here is going to be based on the Intel Core Ultra 7 processor, and it will have built-in Intel Arc graphics. So it's Intel and Intel, which I think, two of those working together is going to be really good. Now, when it comes to the screen here, you're going to get a 7-inch 1920 by 1080 screen with a 120 hertz refresh rate, as well as 500 nits brightness. Now, you can see we have, of course, our D-pad over here, and we have all of our buttons on this side. And then going over to the back here, we have, our triggers on the back and on the top. Lots of cooling here as well. Multiple heat pipes and fans inside of here, which is, going to keep this thing nice and cool. Now, there are going to be 3 different versions of this. So the first one is going to be $699. And then the second version is going to be a little bit bump up. It's going to be $749. And then the highest version is going to be $799. Moving on to graphics cards, of course, we had NVIDIA's announcement of their RTX 40 Super Series. And with that, we have the RTX 4070, 4070 Ti, and 4080 Super cards. And MSI has this new Expert series of cards. And as you can see, this is a really cool design. This is an aluminum die-cast construction right here, this is one of the coolest looking cards I think that I have seen. Aluminum die-cast, so it goes all the way around the card. So full backplate here, just an awesome looking card. You have, your fan here, again, fan on the back as well. One of the really, I would say, cooler looking high-end cards here. Now, these will be available sometime in the end of January. Moving on to storage, of course, MSI has some super fast Gen 5 NVMe SSDs. We'll start with this one right here. This is the Spatium M580 Frozr Plus, and they're calling it Frozr Plus because it does have a new cooling solution. One of the coolest things about this cooling solution is that you are going to get some really awesome RGB lighting here, but of course you will get that Torx 5.0 fan, that big 6mm thick copper heat pipe, and that large heat sink. Now, moving on to this next drive, this thing is so awesome. So this is their Spatium M580 Frozr Liquid. So you have an actual all-in-one liquid cooling solution on top of the drive. Single connection right here. It's an AIO built on an M.2 drive. How awesome is that? I can't wait if they actually come out with this one. Now, like I said, this one is just sort of in the prototype phase. The Frozr Plus will be coming out pretty soon. Now, when it comes to speeds, you're going to get 14,000 megabytes a second read on both of these and 12,000 megabytes a second write. So some awesome, super fast Gen 5 NVMe SSDs. For motherboards here, MSI is showing off their Project Zero. Zero meaning that we have no real connectors on the top side of these motherboards. So we have a Z790 Project Zero board that is an ATX board. We have a B650M Project Zero, which of course is micro ATX. And then we have a B760M, which is also micro ATX. Now, the cool thing about these boards, like I said, is that you have all of your connections on the back. So, when we're doing our PC builds, we have a bunch of cables everywhere. This helps you have all of your cables on the back so they're out of the way so you can really showcase all of your hardware. So here's what I was talking about. Here's a build here, as you can see, that we have barely any cables, which is really awesome. So again, just allows you to really fully showcase your entire build here. Now, to show you how that works, this is a case that MSI is making for these specific boards, but if we turn this one around, it's going to be a little hard to see, but up top here, you can see how it's made specifically for these boards with the connectors right up there and all behind here. Allows you to easily hide all of your cables back here. Now, what do you think of moving all of our connectors to the backside of the motherboard? We've seen a bunch of other brands do it. Is it something that you would, you like the way that's going? Let us know in the comments. MSI is also going to have some RGB fan kits, both available in white and black. These are their EZ120 ARGB. As you can see, we have a 3-fan kit here. And as far as the design goes, they do look pretty cool with some, lighting that goes all the way through these. Now, the interesting thing about these is that, as you can see, we don't have any, daisy chain or anything like that. And, there are certain companies that own patents to this type of technology, but the way that MSI has gotten around it is that you pull out one of these sides here. These are magnetic. And when I pulled that one out, you can see that these fans go ahead and stop. So that is the power, the PWM on this side. And then on the opposite side, if I pull this one out, you will see that the RGB goes. So PWM, RGB, that's how they were able to get around to the patent. And you can see just how easy these work if you are going to go ahead and connect your fans as well. They're magnetic, so they just pop in, your fans power on. Same thing on this side. Just go in just like that. Pretty cool triple fan cooling solution here from MSI.